Welcome to Olympian Water Testing, giving you the best in water analysis. Today we're looking at New York State Department of Health. We're taking a look at arsenic to understand it better and to understand some ways we can be exposed to it and what to do if you get exposed to it. So first, what is arsenic? It is a chemical present in the environment as a naturally occurring substance and a result of human activity. It's found in water, air, soil, and food. Now there's actually two types of arsenic. People don't usually know this: organic and inorganic. Inorganic forms of arsenic are harmful, while most organic forms of arsenic are essentially harmless. So if arsenic's coming generally from nature, it's not going to hurt you very much. But if it's coming from industrial or inorganic sources, it can be harmful. Now, what happens if there's arsenic in your sample, and should you be concerned? So actually everyone has a small amount of arsenic in their body from water, air, food, and soil. Some fish and shellfish even contain a form of organic arsenic called fish arsenic. Now, arsenic is much less harmful than other forms of arsenic, and your body does not easily absorb fish arsenic, and it leaves your body through urine. The most reliable way to test for recent arsenic exposure is through a test. So if you had a fish meal or ate fish supplements within a few days of having that test, it may show a high level of arsenic. This should not worry you because the fish arsenic has left your body, and workers in the industry where arsenic is used may be exposed to harmful forms of these. These industries may include copper smelting, lead smelting, wood treatment, or pesticide production, and other medical screenings may be used by employers to check these workers for arsenic exposure. Now, what are some ways you can be exposed to arsenic? Some examples are drinking water from a private well contaminated with arsenic, and if you do have a private well, it's really up to you to make sure that you test it regularly to make sure that there's not a high level of arsenic, mercury, or any other problems. Also, handling lumber or burning wood that has been treated with arsenic, living near a hazardous waste site that contains a large amount of arsenic as well. And what could you do if you're concerned about test results or possible arsenic exposure? Well, if you drank water with arsenic, if you found it in the environment, you can talk to your healthcare provider about concerns whether or not you should be tested again. If you have another arsenic test, do not eat fish, shellfish, or fish supplements for several days prior to the test. And this will help keep fish and arsenic out of your test results. And if you get drinking water from a private well, your local department may be able to advise you on whether or not you should test for arsenic when you test the quality of water for your well. If you're exposed to that, your employer is required to follow regulations set by Federal Occupation and Safe Healthy Administration. Also, what are some of the effects of arsenic if you are exposed? The exposure to high levels of arsenic can cause nausea, vomiting, abnormal heart rate, damage to blood vessels, the sensation of pins and needles in the hands and feet. Eating or breathing low levels of inorganic arsenic for a long time can cause darkening of the skin and the appearance of small corns or warts on the palms and soles of the body. Breathing or inorganic arsenic can increase the risk for certain cancers. And the health effect of arsenic depends on its chemical form, how much enters the body, how it enters the body, how long you've been exposed, the health status of the person, and some other factors. So that's some knowledge to have on arsenic. Definitely, if you have a well or if you suspect there's arsenic in your water, it's always a good idea to periodically test for it to see what type of arsenic you have and if it's a dangerous level.